Cultural differences between Ghana and the United States, part 2. Cultural differences between Ghana and United States, part 2. If you would like to view part 1, click the link here. There's no difference between part 1 and part 2, meaning it's not in chronological order. You can watch part 2 first, and then at the end screen, I'll click the link to part 1. It's just 2 different lists. This is the second list. Who knows? One day I might do differences part 88. So let's start. Cultural difference number 1. In Ghana, it is frowned upon. It is almost forbidden. It is not culturally acceptable to use your left hand. In Ghana, you're not supposed to use your left hand. You're supposed to exchange money with the right. You're supposed to write with the right. You're supposed to pick up items with the right, weigh with the right. Everything is supposed to be done with the right hand. Anything done with the left hand is considered disrespectful, non-cultural, non-traditional. In America, you can do whatever you want with the left hand, except for shake hands. We say pardon the left. Let me know. In America, are people even shaking hands anymore? I remember it used to be weird. We used to laugh at the pro-black woke dude before woke became watered down. For the pro-black dude, like rest in peace, Paul Mooney. When people wanted to dap up, only dap you. In America, are we even shaking hands anymore? Let me know. Write that in the comment section. But the cultural it's so serious in Ghana. Whereas, if you go to the market and maybe a child is selling something or a child is serving you and they use their left hand, an adult may even smack the child on the hand and say, "Use your right, use your right." So in Ghana, it is not culturally acceptable to use your left hand. Cultural difference number 2. Funerals are like a celebration. First off, in funerals, Ghana funerals, the person may have passed away 2 and even 3 months ago. And they embalm the body, and the funeral is not for 2 to 3 months after the person passed away. Sometimes it's about the family giving people time to gather up the money, because funerals here is almost like a little festival. Funerals here take place regularly. I know people die every day, but in America, if you go to 5 funerals in a year or 7 funerals in a year, that's oh my God, 7 people that died this year and you have to go to their funerals. In Ghana, people go to funerals almost every week. There's people where I feel like they're going to 2 and 3 funerals a month. So in Ghana, it's 52 weeks in a year. Don't be surprised if you really sat down and somebody really told you they was at 20, 30, or even 40 funerals this year, and they pretty much do it every year, because when people pass away, everybody goes. Everybody goes. So people really go to funerals regularly here. And again, it's like a celebration. In America, it's a time to mourn. In America, the funeral may only be a week, no more than 2 weeks, anywhere between 7 to 14 days after the person passed away. For any number of reasons. I know my father passed away in 2019. Rest in power, Dad. We had to kind of rush his funeral because one of my nephews had to schedule knee surgery. We all understood, okay, he's scheduled to have this knee surgery. We can't push it back. Let's do it before Daddy's funeral so he won't be hobbling around, during the funeral, and it was understandable. But in Ghana, he would have had more than enough time to recover. He probably could have did some dances at the funeral or something like that. So in Ghana, funerals, they're like a celebration, and people go to funerals regularly, and funerals usually take place 2-3 months, even sometimes more, after the person's death. So they keep the body embalmed, and then they have the funerals. And funerals actually very expensive. We're not just talking about casket expenses, mortician expensive, limousine driver. Like in America, we're talking about food, festivals, renting out places, DJs, musicians. It's serious here. That's Ghana slang. It's serious here. Number three, I almost didn't put it on the list. That's why I squeezed it in the middle right here. Teachers don't show up for school. Teachers don't show up for class here regularly. I hear consistently about teachers. My teacher didn't come to class today. My teacher was 2 hours late, so class ran over late. And we're not talking about Ghana Lies Men Tell, Ghana Lies Women Tell. For those who like that series that I've done, search for if you haven't seen it. It's a popular series on my page. like a lot of people, they blame the government. I'm not here to talk about government. I'm just saying what people say. They say, teachers don't get paid a lot, so if they find another gig, or they might have 2 jobs. Sometimes some teachers don't have the money to come on that particular day. Don't have money to come on that particular day. Also, another regular thing I hear, like, people could have class scheduled from 3 to 4 o'clock or 3 to 5 o'clock, and the teacher may not show up till like 5 or 6 o'clock, and then like the class know to start calling all the other students to say, hey, come back, the teacher's here now, and people know not to travel too far and then come back in time for class. So that's weird to me. If you're Ghanaian, I know a lot of Ghanaians watch my page. I know like my engagement on Instagram say that Accra is my 2nd most popular city now. Last year was Atlanta. Now Atlanta's 3rd. Let me, anywhere in Ghana you are, if it's really that serious of an issue, with teachers not coming to class all the time, that, comment on that in the comment section. I know usually only in America, if you have something like a charter school or a new school where, teachers are either not certified or per diem or something like that, you may catch a situation where teachers regularly not coming to class. But here it seems like I hear that a lot. Teachers don't come to school a lot. Number 4, I'm gonna do a complete video on number 4, because number 4, I'm torn. People forgive very easily in Ghana. Ghana was actually, earlier this week, was actually named the 2nd safest country in Africa. Again, I'm going to do a video on this because I'm torn. However, I see people forgive, maybe this is the Black American in me. I see people forgive things where I be like, that's not really forgivable. That's bridge burning, violation. Whether they just say something real mean, real nasty, and then they say forgive me, and then people argue, and then they friends later that day, which is cool. Because sometimes we do hold grudges too long. But like people like steal from somebody, then buy a phone with the money that they stole, and then they say please forgive me, but then they still keep the phone. A guy would sleep with another man's wife, ask the guy to forgive him, and then the guy and the 2 guys are supposed to be friends, and the guy and the wife supposed to have counseling and be happy again. It's just situations where I see here where Ghana is a safe country, but just because Ghana is a safe country, that don't mean people are not violating each other. And I think that I want to make sure that people understand that, yes, you're coming to a safe country where you don't have violence, you don't have war, and things like robberies and things might happen. Like you might get robbed, but you may not get robbed and raped. Thank God. But in Ghana, I just feel like sometimes people violate each other. People get into these big thrown out arguments and then they don't fight. But they say some horrible things to each other. They do horrible things to each other, and they just say, please forgive me. This is forgive me, or please. So like if you're crossing the street and a car's coming, how sometimes we cut through traffic. You go like this, please forgive me. That means please let me through. Or if you're walking through a crowd, you really need to get through, please let me through. Airways, Metekuku, Tree Fanti is Mapaucho. I don't know the word for that in God, maybe that's too, because the Gambes, they're known as the people who fight more in Accra. They're located in Accra. So if you get into a fight in Accra, you more than likely got into a fight with somebody who was the Gambe. So that's interesting. I'm going to do an entire video on that one because I think that deserves its own subject. Maybe I even do it right after I finish recording this one. And number 5, women hold their items for men. Women hold items for men. So let's say, for example, me and a young lady is going shopping at the market. We pick up some fruit and we pick up some fish. The woman holds the items and I walk hands-free. This is because men are usually the ones doing the transactions with money. Men are usually the ones conducting business, and they also say men are supposed to protect their wives, so they need their hands free. Gender roles suggest that women are the helpmates of the man, whether that's Christian or not, just like whether the forgiveness part is Christian, like turn the other cheek. But women are supposed to be the helpers of the man, and the man is supposed to be able to be free to do whatever he needs to do for the family or for the situation. And the women are supposed to be like the supporters. So the women are supposed to carry everything. So if I'm meeting up with a girl and we're coming back to my place, for example, and I have like a soda and I have like some snacks for us or some food I want her to cook later, she comes instantly to me, oh, let me take your bag, and then I give her my bag. Men, accept it, get comfortable with it. I know in America we supposed to carry the stuff for the woman, because we're supposed to be the stronger gender. However, here, if you say, oh, let me carry that for you, let me serve you, let me hold your bags, let me hold the bags, she frowns upon that and she look at you as less of a man. So keep that in mind. Even like sometimes when I see little kids and I see the little boys and I see the women holding stuff and carrying stuff, I'm like, oh, hold that for your mother, or you hold that. I have to be mindful that traditionally, culturally, she's the woman and she's supposed to hold stuff for the even he's a little boy, you know. But sometimes in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's heavy. You're a man. You need to grow up and be strong. So the woman is supposed to hold it. Now, don't get that twisted. If you're carrying a bag of rocks and her shoulders about to fall off and you're a strong man, no, you hold it. You hold the bag. You know, that's just common sense. But like if it's just something like light, like a couple of sodas in a bag or some fruit in a bag or some clothes or something, you know, that's not like weightlifting heavy, the woman is supposed to carry that. And I'll do a full video on that in the near future. So traditional differences between Ghana and America part 2. You know, if you want to see part 1, I'll click the end card here again. Make sure you like. Make sure if you haven't subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know, are we shaking hands in America? Are people shaking hands in America yet? Let me know if you're Ghanaian, any of these cultural differences. If you're American, let me know which one you find the most interesting. Anything you want to comment about, interact with the page, share, like, subscribe. I hope all is well. Take care, y'all. Peace.